And thank you for always asking. Appreciate that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. We're, I believe, waiting for one counselor. Appreciate your patience. Hey, John. I just saw a note in the chat that volume was low. Is this any better?
Sounds good to me.
All right, excellent. Thank you, sir.
Sounds good here.
Excellent. Do we have our final counselors showing?
Hi there, present.
All right, awesome. Thank you, sir. All right. That just about makes everybody. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The time is now 6:03 p.m. and the date is February 23rd, 2021. I hereby call this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. We have Councilor Denise Benavides who would like to give today's invocation.
Thank you, Mayor. Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight and we ask for your blessing, not just on this council and our mayor, but on the entire community as we continue to battle through this virus, COVID. Please keep those that are battling it currently and those that have recovered in your prayers tonight. We also ask for your grace upon us as we go forward and make these decisions. In your name, we pray tonight, Lord. Thank you.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Can we take a roll call and determine a quorum, please? Ms. Serrano.
Counselor Peggy Sue Martinez.
Honored to be with you all.
Counselor Justin Salazar Torres.
Present.
Counselor John Ramon Vigil. Counselor Manuel J. Martinez.
Present, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Counselor Manuel J. Martinez.
Here.
Counselor John L. Ritchie.
Present.
Counselor Denise D. Benavides.
Present.
Counselor Dorothy D. Valdez.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Dennis Tim Salazar.
Present.
Mayor Javier E. Sanchez.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you very much. We'll now go on to the approval of the agenda. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve, sir.
Second.
Thank you very much, councilors. We have Councilor Manny Martinez voting to, making a motion to approve the agenda and a second from Councilor Justin Salazar Torres. Do we have any discussion or anything that I should know? Seeing none, we'll go to a roll call vote.
Mayor Pro Tem Dennis Tim Salazar.
Yes, for the motion.
Counselor Peggy Sue Martinez.
In favor?
Counselor John L. Ritchie.
In favor.
Counselor Justin Salazar Torres.
In favor.
Counselor John Ramon Vigil. Counselor Manuel J. Martinez.
In favor.
Counselor Denise D. Benavides.
In favor.
Counselor Dorothy D. Valdez.
For the motion.
Counselor John Ramon Vigil.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Very good. Thank you so much. We'll go on to the consent agenda for the February 9th, 2021 City Council meeting minutes. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve, sir?
Second.
I have a motion from Councillor Manny Martinez and a second from Councillor Justin Salazar Torres. Can we take a roll call vote, please?
Mayor Pro Tem Dennis Tim Salazar,
Yes.
Counselor Peggy Sue Martinez,
In favor?
Counselor John L. Ritchie,
In favor.
Counselor Justin Salazar Torres,
In favor.
Counselor John Ramon Vihil, Counselor I apologize, Manuel J. Martinez,
In favor?
Counselor Denise D. Benavides,
In favor?
Counselor Dorothy D. Valdez,
In favor.
Counselor John Ramon Vihil.
Councillor Vihil, can we do a sound check perhaps? We can see that you're on, but we can't get any audio.
Hi there, can you hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Okay, I'm sorry. In favor of the motion?
Thank you, sir. Beautiful. We'll now go on to public comments.
We have Ms. Jerica Salazar.
Excuse us one second, folks. We're going to get the audio working. Is that better? Can you do a little sound check for us?
Good evening, everyone.
Perfect. Thank you.
My name is Jerica Salazar, and for the past year, I have been employed with Uribe County. I was helping run a program called Hoya, Housing Opportunity for Young Adults. During the time, I have worked with a lot of the homeless community. It has been brought up that a lot of them aren't from here, and I can definitely say that they are. I have worked with them on more than one occasion to know that they are people from our community. Espanola has one of the highest rates of homelessness in the nation, with approximately 100 homeless people living in the city on any given night. That number has increased during the past year as the city has condemned homes that people were living in, homes they owned, and evicted up to 6 or more people from each one. Today, the homeless camp in Ranchitos Park was cleared out, and I helped everybody move that couldn't get stuff done. Where are they gonna go? They're just gonna find somebody else's backyard to stay at. How can we work to get something going where we can actually house them, where they aren't gonna be ran off, where sanitary needs are met, and just actually given a chance? The city gives $70K a year to animal shelter and pays the utilities and the building that houses those homeless animals. The city gives $0 to the human shelter, and it doesn't pay for utilities or buildings that house it. When the city got CARES Act money, instead of creating programs to help other struggling families to prevent them from losing their homes, they did what? When do you think the people that live here are gonna get help? Instead of condemning homes, how can we accommodate things to actually make a difference?
Right now.
That's all.
Thank you so much for your words today.
I've done public comment.
Okay, so what is it?
I believe Ms. Long, if you could mute. Ms. Serrano, do we have anybody else for public comment?
We do not.
All right, very good. We'll now go on to any committee chair updates or councillor comments.
Sir?
Councillor Manny Martinez, go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. We weren't unable to meet for our community services. A couple of councilors weren't having issues with being able to log on that evening. So we didn't meet. We didn't have anything pressing that needed to be passed. We were just going over the department's reports, but I do want to just thank all the members of the community services of both the committee and of course all the employees that work within community services for all the job that all the work that they're doing during this time. I know it's very difficult, especially for that particular area because of the social distancing and the mandates that we have that we're not able to meet. Hopefully one day we'll be able to start having some more events on the plaza and events within their city. So I just wanted to just let people know that we're still working on stuff as they open up. Hopefully we'll be able to start having those events come back. I also wanted to send out a congratulations to Rio Arriba County's newest county commissioner, Commissioner Bustos. It's Christine Tini Bustos. Just want to say congratulations to her. I think she's going to make an excellent commissioner, and thank you so much for stepping up, Ms. Bustos. I know you'll do a fantastic job. You've proven that in the past with all the different committees that you've either been part of or that you've been head of yourself. So kudos to you, congratulations, and we wish you the best, ma'am. That's it, sir. Just want to also thank the rest of the staff for all the hard work that they're doing within the city, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. We'll go next to Councillor Peggy Sue Martinez. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, fellow councilors. First thing I want to do is shout out to the New Mexico Department of Transportation. I was on South McCurdy today and they were filling up potholes and patching up that road. So we certainly appreciate anything they do for our constituents here in the community, especially McCurdy, because it's such a mess. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to recognize a little girl in my neighborhood. She lives on East Sanchez Street. And recently during the Valentine celebration, all the neighbors woke up to a Valentine foil tied to their fence. Every single neighbor for the whole block got a greeting of a Valentine from this little girl. So I really believe that encompasses the spirit of Española. I'd like for us as a council to do something special to recognize our efforts. I thought that was very, very sweet. And it just shows that we care for each other, and that's beautiful. So the other thing, I do have some concerns about the public comments that were made today, and I feel like it's very concerning to me, Mayor and councilors, fellow councilors, that we are in below zero temperatures. It's very cold when it snows in this community, and scary to me that so many people are still out, and I need to understand what's happening with the Pathway House and what are we doing in our realm to help that. And then I do have the same concern that she had concerning the condemned houses at this time and creating more homelessness. So if we could touch base on that a little bit, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Who else do we have out there? Councillor Denise Benavides.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll first give a couple of updates on my committee. We did meet last night. We did go over financials. We are looking pretty good. We're in good shape. We got a ways to go, but we are looking really good. It's a testament to everybody shopping locally. We also did provide the sample of the budget that you and I and finance have been working on, or that you and I requested. It's far from perfect, but it does do a better job explaining things. Once you and I get together with finance again and tweak it a little bit more, hopefully we can get it out to all the other councilors so that they can see what that budget looks like, and also department directors, so that we could get input from everyone. Also, I wanted to let everyone know that we did meet another committee that I'm on, and I forget the entire name because we always use initials, but I think it's the Greater Española Economic Development. We did talk about partnering with Pathway Shelter. I can announce today that I'm a newly elected board member for Pathway Shelter. I can also announce that I'm the new Affordable Housing Administrator for Santa Fe County, of which Pathway Shelter is in Santa Fe County. I think that there's some things that we can do. I think that now that the shelter is open, it also opens up some ability for us to go after additional federal funding, whether it be from HUD, MFA, other sources. And I think that'll happen. I too worry daily about the frigid temperatures and people that may still be out there unable to have a place that they can get out of the cold. And I know that right now we have Atlas Fitness Center that, or Gino's Gym as it's called now, maybe that we could talk about allowing some to stay at Mayor, or maybe come up with a plan, to let some that don't fit maybe at the shelter or at the hotel, at Lucero Center, maybe the gym, some of those things maybe that we could discuss because like the rest of the council and like the comments made during public comments, it is a huge concern. And I do believe that the majority are from our area. There's also a huge concern about those that are high school students also, or even younger than that, that are homeless. And I also have a concern for a lot of our seniors or just constituents out there that don't necessarily have enough to eat right now. And so that's another concern. I think that we need to maybe talk about partnering with other entities or nonprofits or just other corporations that are out there that maybe can assist us and maybe have ideas that maybe we haven't brought forth. And so I think it is a topic of concern and discussion that we need to have. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor. We'll go next to Councillor John Ritchie.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Just to add to the comments regarding the during the cold nights and with the homeless out there. 2 weeks ago when that cold snap hit, I reached out to the mayor and asked if we had a plan, and he said yes, that he was in communication with Jeff Sargent, who was also in communication with Ralph from the Pathway Shelter. And if there was any need, they would be able to open up the Lucero Center for overflow. They have that agreement between Ralph and Jeff Sargent. In any cold, if there's the Pathway Shelter needs overflow, we will open up the Lucero Center. So we have a plan in place for that need. So just want everyone to know about that. Also, real quick, an update on the trash service. We've got our equipment back up and running for now, and we're working on purchasing new equipment. We are more consistent now within the city, and then for those in the outer, in the county region, we are more consistent in the pickup. Again, we thank you for your patience during this time and understanding. Just a reminder also that your trash needs to be bagged and needs to be tied. If it is not bagged, they will not dump it. They're not able to dump if the trash is loose within the can. So it needs to be bagged and tied. We appreciate your cooperation. That's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. We have a raised hand from Councillor Peggy Sue Martinez. Go ahead.
I'm fine, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Do we have any other Councillor comments or questions? I'll just respond very quickly, and I don't want to take up too much time or energy or have, nor do I have all of the information in front of me. But as Councillor Ritchie mentioned, not only did we, want to find out what was going on with the shelter at the time, we took a tour of Pathway Shelter and saw how open it was in terms of it was their opening weekend. And we certainly know that there's a lot more that the city needs to do. We are certainly in no position to say that we have exhausted all of our capacities or capabilities. Some of the comments that were made earlier lead one to also recognize that when the city and the counties respectively went to the state for CARES Act money, we divvied up some of those responsibilities. And so part of it went to shelter and utilities, and that went to the counties. The city's responsibility was to disperse some of the CARES Act money to businesses. So perhaps we could have done a better job of giving the right information to suggest that we did get help from Rio Arriba County to those people who needed help either with regard to utilities, payments, things like that. And Santa Fe County pulled through and purchased the what is known as the the Eagles edition.
Right.
I forget the name. My apologies. And so it gives the appearance that the city wasn't involved, but those were conversations that we did have with our respective counties in terms of trying to work together. We do have Jeff Sargent, who is working with and has reached out to a couple members from Pathways to ask what their needs might be for overflow or other things like that. So we are trying to find solutions, and they're not perfect ones, and we understand that. But we are trying to recognize not only that we have a long way to go, but we will continue to find the right measures for that path forward. So I wanted to just make those comments. In addition, we are in touch with a member, completely separate topic. The CES is an organization that we've talked about many times in the past. It is a way for us to procure services and products through the state agency that allows us to do it in a rapid but also safe way with regard to procurement. We have a great representative who would like to give us and showcase a presentation on that. So I just wanted counselors to know that we'll be having that presentation probably in the next week or so. And I would love any feedback that you could give me with regard to the best times that you think would work out well, which times may not work out well, so that we can place a agenda out for public notice. That way we can all be on the same page, recognizing what CES has to offer for the city. So that concluding committee chair updates as well as matters from the mayor, we'll now go to matters from the city manager.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, members of the governing body. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, great. So on the agenda before you, we have a certificate of recognition for one of our city employees with our wastewater department. Her name is Miss Maria Amares, and I'd like to read a little bit of an email from her for direct supervisor, Mr. Rodney Talcott, who is the wastewater superintendent. He sends me an email. Good evening or good afternoon. I would like to nominate Miss Maria Mares as Employee of the Month. She has proven herself in the field on all tasks that she has been trained on. This weekend, as all of you know, it has been a challenging weekend when we had the water and wastewater services out for multiple hours throughout the holiday weekend of President's Day weekend. That was her first weekend to be on call. She met and exceeded expectations for her position. During the water sewer breaks over the weekend, she responded promptly and was able to follow all instructions. She is an asset to the city and to the wastewater plant. And I'd like to follow up that, not only that we are looking for and recognizing employees of the month every time, but we also look at these individuals that go above and beyond the call of duty, if you will. She has been with the city just a little bit less than a year. She is already on board to getting her CDL license with the department, and she's definitely a good worker and respected by her peers. So with that said, I'm presenting this Employee of the Month for going above and beyond for the citizens and staff of the city of Espanola for Miss Maria Mares. I also like to recognize she is the daughter of our street supervisor, Mr. Elijah Mares. Thank you.
Congratulations to Ms. Mares. She's not on, is she?
No, Mayor, I believe she's not. That is all I have for matters from the city manager. I'm open to any questions that you, Honorable Mayor, or the governing body have for me.
Thank you, City Manager. Seeing none, we will go on to the next item on the agenda, which is the public hearing. We have a request for a transfer of ownership of dispenser liquor license from the State of New Mexico Regulations and Licensing Department, Alcoholic Beverage Control, applicant BW Gas and Convenience Retail, LLC, DBA Allsups, number 102314, located at 457 North Riverside Drive, formerly addressed at 444 Riverside Drive, Espanola, New Mexico, 87532, application number 0685. First, we have the presentation by Interim City Clerk Angelica Serrano, and then we will open up the public hearing.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of the governing body. The Clerk's Department received an application from the New Mexico Regulation and Licensing Department, Alcoholic Beverage Control, on January 12, 2021, for a transfer of ownership of dispenser liquor license number 0685 for Allsups Convenience Stores Incorporated. This would be changed to BW Gas and Convenience Retail, LLC, doing business as Allsups, located at 457 North Riverside Drive. BW Gas and Convenience Retail LLC did not provide a zoning statement with this application, as the location is remaining the same and is not required by the New Mexico Regulation and Licensing Department. Per requirements by the Liquor Control Act, the Clerk's Department published a notice of public hearing through the Rio Grande Sun on January 21st and February 4th, 2021, as well as publication on the City of Espanola website. Ms. Linda Aiken, representing BW Gas and Convenience Retail LLC, is with us should you have any questions.
Thank you very much. We'll now go on to the public hearing part, and it is now 6:29 p.m. I hereby open the public hearing. Would anyone out in the public like to speak in favor of this request of transfer?
We do not have anyone as of yet.
Do we have anybody who would like to speak against this request for a transfer of ownership of dispenser liquor license? We have plenty of time, so we'd like to offer that to anybody who would like to speak on the matter. Appreciate your patience, but we want to make sure that we give full and ample opportunity to anyone wishing to speak. Has anybody tried to log on or off that we know of, or been kicked off that we can recognize?
No, sir.
Very well. Seeing no one would like to speak either in favor or in opposition to the request for a transfer, I will now hereby close the meeting. It is now 6:30 p.m. Close the hearing is what I meant to say. So do we have a motion on the floor for discussion perhaps?
Motion to approve request for a transfer of ownership of dispenser liquor licenser.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilor Manny Martinez for approval and a second from Councilor John Ritchie. Is there anybody out there for discussion?
Under discussion, Mayor.
Yes, Councilor Peggy Sue Martinez, go ahead.
Thank you. This doesn't add anything new to our community. This is just a simple transfer of something that's already existent, correct?
Ms. Serrano?
That is correct, Councilor.
Thank you, Ms. Serrano. Thank you, Mayor.
Of course. Do we have anybody else out there that would like to ask any questions? Seeing none, we have a motion for approval from Councilor Manny Martinez and a second from Councilor Ritchie. Can we take a roll call vote?
Councilor Dorothy D.D. Valdez,
In favor.
Counselor Denise D. Benavides,
In favor.
Counselor Manuel J. Martinez,
In favor?
Counselor John Ramon Vihil,
In favor of the motion?
Counselor Justin Salazar Torres,
In favor.
Counselor John L. Ritchie,
In favor.
Counselor Peggy Sue Martinez,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Dennis Tim Salazar.
For the motion.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to the next item, which are items proposed for council consideration, discussion items and action items. We have Roman numeral 11, letter C, resolution 2021-06, a budget adjustment resolution in the amount of $25,000, increasing revenues and expenditures to provide funding for the Espanola Public Library on behalf of Santa Fe County. We have this presented by Grants Manager, Ms. Diane Hawkins.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, members of the governing body. I'm here this evening respectfully requesting approval of budget adjustment 2021-06. This will establish budget authority in the amount of $25,000 for the Espanola Public Library. This is funding that is provided in a collaboration between Santa Fe County and the city of Espanola for the constituents. So this is amendment number 4 to our agreement. And at this point, I'm just seeking budget authority so that we can get it loaded for them.
Motion to approve, sir.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion for approval from Councilor Justin Salazar Torres and a second from Councilor Peggy Sue Martinez. For discussion, any questions or comments from councilors? Seeing none, we'll take a roll call vote.
Mayor Pro Tem Dennis Tim Salazar,
For the motion.
Counselor Peggy Sue Martinez,
In favor.
Counselor John L. Ritchie,
In favor.
Counselor Justin Salazar Torres,
In favor.
Counselor John Ramon Vihil,
In favor of the motion?
Counselor Manuel J. Martinez,
For the motion?
Counselor Denise D. Benavides,
For the motion.
Counselor Dorothy D. Valdez.
In favor.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. Excellent.
Thank you.
Now we will get to the closed session part of our meeting. This was a quick one. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to go into closed session, sir?
Second.
We have a motion from Councilor Manny Martinez with a second from Councilor Justin Salazar Torres to enter into closed session. In accordance with the New Mexico Open Meetings Act, NMSA 1978, 10-15-1H7, attorney-client privileged communication regarding pending litigation in which the city of Espanola is a participant or may become a participant, including but not limited to 1, State of New Mexico, ex-rel, I apologize, State Engineer et al. Versus John Abbott and Roman Aragon, Abbott and Aragon Stream Adjudication, USDC case number 669 CV 07941 MVKK, City of Espanola versus Kelly Armstrong, First Judicial District Court case number D117 CV 2020-00429, OK Winge versus City of Espanola, USDC case number 120 CV 01273 KGSC. We have Ms. Christine Mulcahy from Stein and Brockman, PA. Can we take a roll call vote, please?
Counselor Dorothy D. Valdez,
In favor.
Counselor Denise D. Benavides,
In favor.
Counselor Manuel J. Martinez,
In favor?
Counselor John Ramon Vihil,
In favor of the motion?
Counselor Justin Salazar Torres,
In favor.
Counselor John L. Ritchie,
In favor.
Counselor Peggy Sue Martinez,
For the motion.
Mayor Pro Tem Dennis Tim Salazar.
Yes, for the motion.
Motion carries.
Very good. Thank you very much. We will end our live YouTube streaming, and then we'll unfortunately kick everybody out of the Zoom call. Thank you very much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
We're okay, right?
I'm sorry? Let me get with Jeff Sargent. Number. So he had reached out to Ralph, but Ralph may not know about the current situation or may not have his phone. His number, whenever you're ready, 505-692-3307. And if you need
Me
any
too.
specific, reach out. When we went that day that it got really super cold, it was at that day they only had 5 people in there. They didn't need the overflow at the time, but as things fluctuate,
A lot of people have been kicked out, so they aren't able to go back. So for those people, and then the people who already ran off, but for our employees.
okay. All right.
But
Good luck.
thank you, I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.